Hey everybody, welcome to Chanel's Reality. I'm Chanel, and this is my reality. Listen, so I've been out here in these YouTube streets, and I have been listening to. First, I listened to DINEVA, and I got irritated, and so I came on here and I went live earlier because I was just like, I cannot with him with the gaslighting. And then I said, let me go listen to ARMON because one of the guys that I do watch, his channel is Make It Make Sense. His name is Mims. Make It Make Sense. But anyways, he started talking about Armand's reply, I guess, to Funky Dineva going on Carlos King's channel. That they say both Carlos King and Funky Dineva say they don't watch YouTube. They don't watch other content creators. They don't do that. I love when Armand said, "Who the fuck are you?" Like, I was here for it. I am now Team Armand, and we'll get into that in a few seconds. Please take time right now if you like the content that you are receiving here on Chanel's Reality. I'm Chanel, and this is my reality. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm going to start on a happy note because we're going to get into it in just a few minutes. Happy note is I went to the mall today, and I picked up some Louboutins. A lot of people say Louboutin, but they're not Louboutin. They're Louboutins. Let me show you, because this is what I got today, okay? I don't know if y'all can see this, but see how it says Louboutin, T-I-N, not T-O-N, Louboutin. Christian Louboutin, okay? Christian is a man. Just like Tiffany's. Y'all know that store with the little blue boxes that I love? They were brothers, two men. Christian Louboutin, not Christian Louboutin. Even the filthy, supposedly filthy rich people call it the wrong name. So I just be like, no, it's not Louboutin. It's Louboutin. And look, this isn't my first pair of shoes made by Louboutin, but I decided since it's summer, I get myself some sandals, some flip flops. And I really like these. What do you guys think? Cute, right? Right? See how it says Louboutin on there? I'm not going to tell you how much these cost because it's a lot. But I'm going to say more than $350. But that's all I'm going to say. Really cute, right? I told my friend, I was like, try them on. She's like, FaceTime me. You talking about, let me see. Because me and my friend, we're Chanel twins. That's because we both bought Chanel, some Chanel boots at the same. Well, I bought them one day, and then I told her to try them on. That's why she didn't want to try these on. I told her to try them on. I'm like, try them on. And then she got obsessed, and the next day we got her a sex card and bought some Chanel. Anyway, so I have the other one in here as well. But they come in bags. If you buy high-end labels, they typically come, especially shoes, they come in their own little bag. Am I doing this right? So that was the good news. Now we get to get into the tea of it all, right? Let's see. And I keep all my little bags and stuff because I don't know why I do that. I you know what? When I think I know why I do it. When I was younger, for my job, I traveled the country all the time. I'm like all of 23. Okay, couldn't tell me shh. Okay, couldn't tell me shh. Because I thought I was it on the stick, honey, and I am. Okay, let's not get it twisted, honey. But no, that's one of my birthday gifts to myself. Now let's get into it. So I have to say I am Team Armand at this stage because I listened to him. Like I said, I listened to Dineva. Now I didn't listen to Dineva's post about why he left Fox Soul outside of him saying something about he chose to leave. And then I don't think I finished listening to it. But I did watch the Carlos King interview, even though I was like, I'm not watching that interview. But you shouldn't really, in my opinion, cover someone's conversation if you're not even going to listen to what they said, in my opinion. So I said, okay, let me go over there and let me just see what they said. And I would say in that interview, for the most part, Funky Dineva was, you know, how do I say it? I felt like he came across truthful to me. But like I said in my last video, I think to me, he is very much reminiscent. And this is for me. I'm talking about people that I've met, okay? Not the whole world. But he comes across to me as a gay man that doesn't like women because he's not a woman. I'm just telling you how he makes me feel. He makes me, because he just goes in, and especially with Black women, I don't know what it is. It's something about him that I just feel like he always goes in on Black women. I don't know why. I haven't figured it out yet. So until he shows me otherwise, I'm going to go with my opinion. My opinion is he comes across as a Black gay male who does not like Black women. He always says he giving the truth. That's just how I see him. He might not be that way, but to me, that's what he gives. And I think maybe he has a big audience that gives that. But I will say this: if you watch the Carlos King interview, one thing that I found very interesting is that Funky Dineva said he left for two reasons. One, he said the money wasn't right or something like that, and the other reason was there was so much bickering, anyways. So three total reasons. And then the third big reason was he said, okay, well, if y'all not going to increase my money, like I said, I'm paraphrasing, then just put me on the insurance. Okay. The reason I have a problem with that, so either he's lying about one or two things or both. Because he then told Carlos King he makes 50 grand a month or something like that. Something like 30,000 or more a month. Just sitting on his YouTube 5 days a week. That's what he said. So you telling me you make $50,000 a month and you can't afford your own health insurance? So which one is it? You either lying about them people that want to give you health insurance, or you don't make X amount of dollars that you say you make a month. Or both. Or that ain't why you left. But it ain't because you didn't, they wouldn't put you on the insurance, because you can get on your own insurance. I haven't had my own quote unquote personal insurance in many years because I'm on my husband's insurance because I have a private practice. So I'm not going to be on anyone's insurance. But if I got a job where they offer insurance, honestly, the jobs that I have had in between times, the insurance was never as good as his insurance anyways, so I never got on it. And I might have added like dental or vision or something a time or two. But in general, no. So I don't buy I left $250,000 at the table because I couldn't pay $30,000 a year, let's just say hypothetically, for medical insurance. Unless he has something else going on medically that we don't know about. What would you need to be paying for? You're not a woman, so you don't need to pay for a pap smear or a breast, what do they call those? Mammogram. Well, they say men can get breast cancer too, so I don't know about that. But generally speaking, you're probably not paying for that. You're not going in for it. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Dineva. So, and the only way someone's running like blood tests or something like that is if you have a chronic illness or if you have a surprise illness. Like how I was telling y'all I had the Rona. It was a surprise illness. I didn't know what was wrong with me. I just felt like I had the flu. I called the people on the line, the nurse line that you call when you have insurance. And then I was trying to get a teledoc visit. And in between that, I was like, let me just go to the hospital because at the end of the day, they're not going to be able to test me via teledoc. So, and they can prescribe me antibiotics for what they think I have. That's not really what's the right word? Ethical, in my opinion, unless they have some sort of something, right? So, for example, if I was saying, I feel weak, I feel this, that, and the third, and I said, and I took my blood pressure medication, and my blood pressure is 210 or something, then they would have some clue as to, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and prescribe you this. But to not know anything that I have without any numbers, no blood tests, no urine, none of that, then I don't want to say it's unethical because I'm not a medical doctor, but to me, you're shooting in the dark, right? Because if you have the sniffles, you're congested, you have a fever, you have chills, you have, whatever, sore throat, that could be you bacterial, it could be a virus, it could be a toxin, it could be a million things. I got a headache too. Oh, well, who knows? It could be a million things. So for a doctor, they could prescribe you that, but they're taking a chance, and so are you. So I said, let me just take my little stuff down here to the ER and then, figured out what was wrong with me, got my medicine, and went on my way. Right? But even still, if Funky DINEVA is making 50 grand a month, allegedly, on his YouTube channel, then if he went to the ER just like me, and I didn't pay anything, because I've been to the doctor and had 2 surgeries already this year, so they like, you didn't already make your deductible and everything else in between, so I don't owe anything anytime I go anywhere. But let's say Funky DINEVA, who I guess doesn't have insurance, wanted to go to the ER because he was feeling how I was feeling. They probably gonna charge you $250 to $280. I don't know where he lives, but you're not paying more than $500 to visit the ER. So why you couldn't pay for your visit? Or if you go to your regular doctor or whomever, instead of your visit being $20 or $50, it'll probably be double that. So he going to his PCP, primary care, and maybe they charging him $60 for a visit. You say you make, 50 grand a month, $60 is something for you to go. And unless you have a chronic illness, meaning hypertension, diabetes, heart failure, like those types of things require medicine that you take daily, usually, typically, to maintain your health. So unless you have that, now the prescriptions will be out of this world, even with insurance, depending on what you have. So Funky DINEVA seems relatively young, meaning he doesn't seem over the age of 50. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. He doesn't seem over 50, so I'm trying to understand why you can't pay for your own health insurance and why you chose to leave 250 grand on the table because you didn't want to pay for ER visits and PCP, primary care physician, or whatever. It doesn't. Now that is what don't add up. And if something don't add up, it's a lot somewhere. So he lying about something. Funky, what you lying about, bro? Because it don't add up over here. What Chanel is? She ain't no liar and she ain't no dum-dum. Sorry. She not. She not a dummy. So anyways, let's get into what Mr. Armon had to say. Because listen, I believe Armon. I'm Team Armon now. Like, listen, if he had a shirt that said Team Armon, I would buy it. Be very clear. Everything on my channel is alleged. Everything on Chanel's Reality is alleged. In the chat is alleged. If people come up on the panel, is alleged. Anything I say is alleged, and in my opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. But I wanted to talk about Armon WIGGINS' response to Funky DINEVA's opinion of what happened at Fox Soul when Funky DINEVA decided to go onto Carlos King's platform to talk about what happened. So I didn't go from the beginning because I want you guys to go and support his channel. And listen, this is the first time I ever been to this man's channel, so I don't know much about him, but I loved his response. I did. I do wish he would have calmed down just a little bit, but I could tell he was heated. Okay, I was here for it. Mostly I'm not, but I was here for it today. I was like, oh yes. So I want y'all to go support his channel. And I'm going to kind of jump to when he talks about him, because I feel like that's the killer. part. That's to me the most interesting part of his whole thing is when he starts talking about how his thoughts at Fox Soul. So let's just take a listen.
Reached out to me when I was in the running for it. The only time we started talking is because Al had been talking to you about Claudia, and then you realized that Claudia didn't like me. You never really cared for me to be on the show. Like, let's not, like, don't sit up here and pretend like you gave a damn about me being on that show, girl, because you really didn't even care for me.
You didn't care
at all. You didn't call me because you thought I would be a good fit. We only got on the phone because Claudia was the ops. Let's be clear. Like, these girls get up here and they try to act cavalier. Like, girl, they've been, trying to usher me in. These bitches, they never did me no favors. None of these girls ever did me no favors. And don't sit up here like you was genuinely doing me.
And here's the thing. If you go watch Carlo King's interview with Funky DINEVA, like I said, it was believable to me. But I also don't trust him because, like I said before, he seems like that type of person that he seems like he don't like women because he ain't a woman. To me, I'm not talking about all of the LGBT. I don't have no problem with none of the people. I have a problem with people who aren't real. And to me, he doesn't give a real. He gives messy boots. He gives, like he said, I figured out I can read you from head to toe and talk shit about you from head to toe. Then that's what I'm going to do. And that's how he presents himself in life, in my opinion, from what I see online. He seems like the type of person that I would never trust. Not ever. Does he seem like a good fun time? Yeah. But I would never be his friend. No. He's not the type of friend you want. Because he's not someone you can trust with your secrets. You cannot. In my opinion, I would never trust him. I don't trust people that could say anything to anyone at any time. And from where he's seated, if he feels threatened, that's what he said out of his mouth on Carlos King. I'm gonna read you from head to toe. So which means all the gloves are off, right? So I'm gonna read you. That's what he gives. And I need you to have some reverence for me if I'm your coworker, if I'm your friend, if I'm your cousin, if I'm your baby mom, whatever it is. If we have a relationship of any kind, I'm gonna need you to have some reverence for me. And for him to sit up there and say, basically, if you try it or if I'm offended by something, I'm gonna read you from head to toe. That's how he got people off his back, I guess, when he went to public school. That's what he said. So I'm gonna go with what you say. And to me, that's saying you can't be trusted. It's not, I'm not saying he shouldn't have protected himself, and I'm not saying he shouldn't have clued in on, okay, if you try me, this is what's gonna happen. I'm not saying that. I think that's great. You read somebody from head to toe who's trying you, who thinks that they can walk all over you, whatever, 100%. But he seems like a double dealing person, and he seems like he can't be very objective to me. So what Armon is saying opened up my eyes. So let's take a listen.
Do me a favor. None of these bitches ever do.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Because when Funky DINEVA went on Carlos King's show, he made it seem as if, this is my opinion of when I was watching it, and that's why I say it felt believable. He went on there and he basically said, I gave Armon the game. I let Armon know who you can trust, who you can't trust, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, da. And even that, to an extent, is messy as fuck. Let's be very clear. I've worked at many jobs where I wasn't the new person, but the new person was coming in. And I get them the game in terms of, this is how I have my day set up, right? So if I'm a social worker and I'm a case manager, let's say, this is how I have my stuff set up. Here are all of my templates for things. Once I got organized, this is how I do things to make it easier for them. Because the way I see it is, if I'm winning and you winning, we winning, right? If we all can work hard, we can all play hard. That's how I see it. That's how I roll. That's how I rock. But I'm not going to tell you, don't like the boss, don't like this person, don't like that person, because I don't feel that's fair. If I have a problem with the boss or the coworker or whoever it is, that's me and that person's problem. I'm not going to create a triangulated conversation because I don't like them. No, because whatever they did between me and them is between me and them. They may not do that to you. Now, if I don't like them, they probably shouldn't be like. Because I'm one of those people that pretty much I can get along with anybody. I don't like everybody, but I can pretty much get along with anybody. But I have had people come to me and quote unquote give me the game and say to me, you know, you shouldn't trust this person or that person. These people messy, this, that, and the third. I am not you. So even if you tell me that, I ain't gonna necessarily believe you just because you said it. I don't know you just like I don't know them. I remember I had a job a few years ago. And there was this one lady that worked there with me, but she was the director in another building, but we were all part of on the same campus. And I knew her, sweet as pie, loved her. For a whole year, my supervisor and my coworker, one of my coworkers, they dogged that lady all the time. All the time. I never didn't like her. She seemed cool to me. And I'm not gonna not like her because y'all don't like her. I'm not doing that. She's not doing that. She has her own brain, so she ain't doing that. And I remember when the company got bought by another company and things started changing, things started shifting and whatever else. I was just kind of like, she came over to help me to because we had to do a lot of like files because they were being bought by another company. Anyway, and so she and I on the weekends would come up there because it was so much work to be done to like scan all these documents in to get anyway, it was a lot of work. And so she would come for 3-4 hours on Saturdays to help me with everything, get everything scanned in, get everything organized. I was very organized anyways, but you had to do it a certain way because of medical records and all kinds of stuff, right? And she and I would talk. And towards the end of however many, maybe like a month it took us to do, it was just kind of like, I have to let her know these people have been trashing her. But we both were leaving any damn way, so it didn't really matter. But I had to let her know. I ain't treated this lady no kind of different way because they didn't like her. I like her. She was my coworker friend. So I'm not going to treat her different, but I'm also not going to come over here to her and say, well, you know, this person said this, that, and the third. The other director said this, that, and the third. I don't rock like that. I don't. But since we're both leaving, and we're not going to be friends with them anyways, not that we were friends anyways, then I'm going to be honest with her because at that point, we had been working there at least 2 years together. You're my friend worker, if that makes sense. And we talk outside of work at this point. So we could be honest with each other. But I'm saying that to say this, I'm not going to not like this lady. I'm not going to run over to her and be like, you know, these people said this, that, and the third about you. I'm pretty sure if someone at your job doesn't like you, you probably already know. Just like you know if your husband don't like you. Interesting. People don't make it hard to figure out. And I can see fake 100 miles away. So if you being fake with me, the fake that you give me, I'm going to give it right back to you. Just understand. So anyways, the idea that Funky sat up there and acted as if he gave this ARMON guy the whole game, set him up here. And then ARMON just screwed it up. It's according to ARMON, is categorically false. And I'm gonna let y'all listen to him talk about it.
Do me no favors. Know that.
Sure.
Nobody ever gave me no. You didn't genuinely call me for shit. Let's be clear on that.
Be clear, honey.
I know my sister, and I said, oh, this bitch got a job where he gets to clock in for an hour, read the girls, get a check. And because the biggest thing for you that I know personally is you value your freedom.
So the fun thing with the serpent is, how does a serpent talk? What and not only that, but why is the serpent's punishment?
Fighting and just every damn day you came to work, it was fucking something. And it's like, bitch, we only got to be on this shit for an hour and a half. I'm just not understanding why a motherfucker cannot just read the goddamn topics, come to work, do what we need to do, log the fuck out, and that just be that. You know what I'm saying? It just, things got personal, people's.
So again, lies. And this is why, and I didn't even need ARMON to tell me this, but if that's what it is, if you can't, it's 3 of y'all. It ain't like you working in corporate America where you dealing with things that I was dealing with, right? You have 1,500 people that work at this hospital. You in one department. That's a big one, but it's one. And you have how many doctors in your department? How many nurses in your department? How many other therapists in your department? And whatever else. That's some stuff to deal with. That's a whole bunch of complicated people with a whole bunch of real education and training and everything else in between. But you can't deal with them and they, whatever they behind the scenes stuff is, and you're not even in the same building with these people. You have to click on your camera and click on your computer for what, hour and a half a day? You can't handle it, and you've been doing it for 4 years. How? So you can't handle it, and you at this point should be a veteran, right? You can't handle it, veteran, but Armon's supposed to. And I ain't saying Armon shouldn't. These are two grown-ass men. I'm not saying he shouldn't, but I'm saying, how is it that you're going to sit there and say, this man should be able to do it, and these other two people should be able to do it, but you didn't? You say you left because you wasn't going to get insurance. We already went into that. You didn't leave because of that. Because if you said, like you said, if you make $40,000 a month or $50,000 a month on YouTube, you can pay for your own insurance. Let's stop playing. But I'm going to let y'all listen to Armon because he tells a better story than me.
Feelings started getting intertwined. And to be clear, and at a 515, looking for additional money. I wasn't back at it. And I wonder if the people, so I thought. And the reason why
the pickup conversation. Y'all the pickup conversation. You know damn well how is it. Either you know what happened when you
talking about her, and that's when shit went wrong. You know what I'm saying? And so I thought we had got over that. I'm guessing maybe we never did.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing. I don't know.
That's the lie. Because you went and gave me the rundown of everybody that you couldn't trust, remember? But now you're sitting up here acting like you don't know the law of the land. This is what I'm trying to say. But she was giving me the scoop. So you knew something.
Right.
You was telling me, don't trust this one. Don't fool with that one. And it was everybody but Al. So you do know something.
He does. He does.
So why are you not keeping it a stock?
Because he can't. Because he ain't a real one.
What was the issue?
I told y'all.
Al was the problem. And you don't want to admit that Al was the problem. Because that's your Kiki girlfriend. And you're sitting up here going in and out of it when you, instead of just saying Al was messy. You don't want to say that. So you're going to play like you don't know. But girl, you do know.
Yeah, that's just...
There's been said that allegedly Al would contact producers, human resources, and do a lot of complaints and was a diva behind the scenes. Would that be true?
I don't know what was going on after I left. When
you don't know nothing that was going on about after you left, but yeah, you know little things about me, even in regards to Fox Soul, where you feel like I need to grow up and there's some maturing. Girl, which one is it? Either you know what happened when you left or you didn't. How is it that you know little things when it come to me, but when the question come to Al, you don't know what happened when you left? See, this is what I'm talking about. You knew about little things in regards to the show when it came to me.
Child.
And me needing to grow up. But now you don't know much in regards to Al's demeanor and how he was during the show. Yet this man called you going off after the roast, which it flew over a lot of people's head, which I don't understand how that happened. If y'all sound like that was a familiar conversation, that wasn't a...
Funky, explain that, because we don't understand. Come talk to the people. Because the way this man is explaining it, I get it. I 100% can follow exactly what he's saying. Come talk to the people, Funky, and be honest. Keep it a buck. Keep it a buck. Keep it a buck. Keep it a buck. Yes, I'm eating behind the scenes. Let's keep listening.
Now, girl, I haven't talked to you in months. let me just give you the tea. That gave you, girl, I've been talking to you this entire time. We've been on the phone gossiping about the show, about Claudia, Armon, Joyce, Justin, and everything that's going on. And you've been running, and Al's been running back to you every day at the end of the show. Y'all been talking shit. Like the fans may not get it, but I picked up on it as soon as he flew over there and called you. So you pretending like you don't know how his demeanor was. You know damn well how his demeanor was. You caught it when he called you on air. He's been calling you every day after the show. That's why he felt so comfortable to fly over there and call you on live and say, tell me I don't have a reason. Tell me I don't have a reason. Go watch TGIF right now. Well, girl, that wasn't out of the blue. That was a pickup conversation. Y'all been kikiing it up. So you're not going to sit up here and play with me.
I'm gonna say, you know, play my face.
I don't care what these people say in the comments. Y'all been running it down. Y'all been gossiping. You and Al.
Gather these.
Let's be very clear on that.
Honey.
I was there. When I was there, from my vantage point, that wasn't a thing. I'm pretty confident in saying that that's probably something that came about after I left. But when I was there,
that came up after you left.
That wasn't a thing. Please. None of us liked the damn producers. If I'm being honest,
she's a joke. She's playing these games.
Like, so there was no buddying up to the producers because none of us liked them. That wasn't going on when I was there. Now, if it was going on after I left, I don't know.
See, she's playing it. You don't know what was going on after you left. How you don't know what was going on after you left, but you was telling me all that. You knew everything that was going on because I was telling you. I was telling you. And you never really left. Shit, you sitting on Carlos King now doing an interview. You never left.
If
you actually ever left, you wouldn't be here with your legs crossed. You was very much so still.
The doors of the church are open. Armon is laying down the truth. Now, he's very emotional about it, but he's very believable, too. I believe what he's saying. Let's keep listening. I'm going to play his whole video because I'm not that girl, but let's just keep listening.
Still in it. Girl, no, you don't want to hold Al accountable. That's the tea.
Listen.
But
let's take account of how many times Armon calls him a bitch. I'm being messy tonight. I'm so sorry. This ain't typically who I am, but I think Funky's wrong. Just like I think Al is wrong. If any of what he's saying is true. So let's listen.
You want to hold me accountable because you feel like we have an expendable relationship. You don't really care for me like that. Let's just be all the way 100. You don't really give a fuck about me. Period. And that's real. That's fine. But girl, keep it 100. Al was messy.
What is it that you would like to say about your friendship with Al? Because there is this perception that, again, you know, he's a diva, he's this, and I know that you two are close.
What Armon has to say about Armon.
They said to get a respected data analytics degree, I would have to go to an expensive state college. But
do I go online and interview about it? But okay, I get it. I think you felt the way though, baby. And I feel like you taking this as your opportunity to try to wear it out.
I thought it was gross. And the reason why
hold on.
And I realized, whoa, this motherfucker's a weirdo. He's a hater. Gotta watch that motherfucker. You didn't warn me about him. You tried to warn me about Claudia. But you didn't warn me about
a mature person. Some reason, and honestly,
Armon's part.
She's a Karen. Don't trust her.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna be cool. Start there.
Some reason, and honestly and truthfully, I feel like the person that lost the most in the situation was Armon, because he had the most to gain from it.
Lordy.
Do you think
that's what I'm saying? Like, girl, she ends it with a whack to me. Like, what is your tea, bitch? Bitch? What's that? Like, bitch, what you keep? Like, what's up? What is your tea? Bitch, what is your animosity? Because, baby, I felt the same way about you that you felt. on the show. What did I have to gain? I'm about to tell you my story. Because I can't. And this bitch, this is why I can't respect it. This is why, because it's like,
think
let me calm down.
Can move on from this.
Most definitely. Listen, your talent will always prevail. He's got the talent. Most definitely. You know, the rumor is I'm on your payroll.
Okay. Sure. I'm done. I'm done here. I'm done with this. Let me tell you.
Ramon say he done, bitch.
I'm done with that. I'm done with that. Now I'm gonna tell my story.
Okay.
Because now I'm done with that. I'm done with that. I'm done with that. So let's get it all the way out here. Okay.
Okay.
I get hired onto the show.
Go ahead.
I'm going through the audition process. I wasn't even gonna do the show.
Okay. Listen, yeah, I've been eating behind the scenes. I've been eating good. I was eating some beignets from this place called Grand Lux. My life in the beignets. And I made some shrimp earlier. Listen, this shrimp is the truth. I didn't get to eat all of them, but I made this shrimp right here, girl. Child. This shrimp is sent from heaven. I can't take myself. Even myself. I can't even take me. All right, let's listen to Armon.
Because I was like, I don't want no problems with Funky DINEVA. I don't want to be in the midst of that. I just got my studio.
Sure.
I didn't even want to do the show. I didn't give a shit about the show. I didn't want to do it. Then they say, no, you're good. You should try. You should do it. I'm like, okay, let me try it. They seem to like me. They offer me the contract. I get on the show. I'm really not about to do the show. I say, because the numbers come back, and it ain't $250,000, bitch. How about it's $70,000? Let's start there. All you bitches running your mouth like I got 250, bitch. I'm not stupid. And DINEVA, you knew I didn't get 250. So you sit up there and gaslight it like, oh, I fucked up 250. Bitch, I pissed 70 bands on my YouTube channel without even trying. That's what my contract was. You bitches out here running your mouth. I didn't get paid $250,000. Bitch, I got 3 times less than everybody on that show. Start there. Let that see.
Start there, bitch. Listen, why did y'all go over there and mess with him? Why did y'all go over there and tug on Armon's wig? Why did y'all go tug on his wig? Y'all need to leave Armon alone, okay? He has all the smoke. What are y'all fucking? He the grandfather? Like, listen. He's the one you don't want to get drugged by. Because he stayed silent for a minute. He's telling his truth. Good job, Armon. Good job.
Sink in, bitch. Why y'all in my pockets?
Yeah, pocket watching.
Let's start there.
Okay.
Why you hoes is in my pockets?
Ooh, child. Ooh, child.
So I didn't get to.
Hold on. Let's start off too. Also, that all the gay men I know, why are they all sexy as like? Well, I take that back. Well, I don't know. I'm saying the ones that I know. I was gonna say because Funky DINEVA is not sexy, not any day of the week. But look at Armon, his eyes. He has this beautiful. I mean, he's not checking for my team, and I'm not checking for him because I have a whole ring and everything for like 20 years. But he's cute, right? And he's fine. Now, I will say this. When I saw his white fingernails, all I thought to myself was Diddy. No shade. I'm saying that because according to a few lawsuits that Diddy has going against him right now, including Cassie, she said that he would basically make her and other people wear white fingernails because he liked the way it popped or something. I don't know. So the fact that Armon was sitting there and I saw that, I was like, oh. Whew. I don't know. Now I don't think anything about Armon regarding Diddy, but I did notice that, and I was like, now I can never get white fingernails. Like this ain't I ain't gonna let Diddy stop me from getting white fingernails. But it just listen. maybe it scarred me in some way. Because I don't think I would have ever noticed it. But honestly, he is fine. He has the most beautiful chocolate skin. Now I know he don't like my team, but I'm just saying he has beautiful.
$250,000.
And I also understand why Armon said he still took the job even after he got the paperwork. I got the chills. Even though it was like 3 times less than everybody else, like he said it was 70 grand. I understood why he took it, because my first professional job, they didn't pay me much either. And I, out of college or whatever, they didn't pay me much either, but I knew I was going to be traveling. I knew all the perks. My insurance was free, great insurance, the best insurance I ever had. There were other reasons why I knew it would lead to something else. So it's like, okay, I'm not getting paid on the front end, but I'll get paid on the back end. I'll take this. I'll be here for a few years and then I'll move on, but I'll have the experience. I'll have to go with my education. I had a very good schedule. So I understood why he would say I'm making less, but I think for a minute, he probably wanted to let people, I believe this wholeheartedly. I believe Armon wanted to let everybody think he was making $250,000 like everybody else. I believe that's what he wanted. He's like, y'all gonna put that out there, I'm gonna let that sink. So when I go get my next job, they know that's where they gotta at least start. If I want another job or whatever. So, but I think he got so fed up with the lies that he said, let's keep it 100. I wasn't making that. I had another reason to allow them to pay me that, because y'all think y'all know what y'all talking about, but y'all don't. So let me go ahead and give y'all the business real quick. And I ain't mad at them. Go Armon. I said, if they had a Team Armon shirt, I'd buy it. Sure would. Mm-hmm.
So I didn't just fuck up $250,000, which actually I had to work double. I had to make sure I worked Foxhole and my YouTube just to make sure that my ends met, because it was taking time, because I had to do that 5 days a week. I make more money sitting here than I did there. And I told my mom, I said, I don't want to do it. She said, son, do it. I said, no, I don't want to do it. Mommy, come on, it's going to take away from my time. I just got my studio. I don't want to do it. She's like, do it for the 6 months. I said, you know what? I probably will do it for the 6 months, because it can give me some brand recognition, and maybe I can grow and put me in places that I've never been before.
Is it just me, or did anybody else love the fact that he called his mommy? I love that. That lets me know he probably has a great respect for women and parents and mothers. That's my opinion. But anyway, I love that.
Boom. Get on there. I don't even have a welcome call. First type of emails I get is, Claudia doesn't want you on the show, and Claudia thinks that, and Claudia is saying, Claudia is telling the producers that you make her feel uncomfortable, and that this is from anonymous Twitter pages that got the emails from the producers, all saying Claudia is saying that you make her that you don't make her feel safe and unseen.
Girl, stop it.
And 2, sometimes she just wants you to
that. Ooh, if I'm Claudia, I'm suing the hell out of Foxhole and whoever else sent it. I'm suing. If I'm Claudia, come to the front. If I'm Claudia, I'm suing Foxhole, Fox News, every affiliate that's associated with Fox. Y'all are going and sending this man, my coworker, emails to try to get him to, I don't know what, hate me. I just, and those type of emails, it's one thing to say, oh, she doesn't, Claudia doesn't like your energy or whatever. Fine, whatever. Everybody ain't gonna like everybody. It is what it is, right? This isn't a one-dimensional world. But to send this man emails that are saying, or to tell him that she is saying she doesn't feel safe, that's a buzzword that will get you all the way fired and will get your company all the way in a lawsuit. For sure. I hope that's what Claudia is doing. Claudia, if you listening to this, girl, go file you a lawsuit. Be very litigious. And it doesn't matter whether or not it's right or wrong or whatever. Gather your proof, give it to your attorney, and let them battle it out. Because even if Claudia, if she says, I'm suing y'all, but because first of all, I'll be suing them for probably a good $2 million. Because I started this, right? And y'all pull the rug from underneath us. So this was supposed to be for another, what, 2-3 years. So even if it was for another 2 years, that's $500,000. That's $500,000 I lost out on because y'all are lying to the new co-host that y'all hired about me. And I have to say, if they're telling Armon, someone that everybody in the comments kept saying all over, they dragging him all over YouTube. Everybody keeps saying he's the reason, or whatever the case may be. Well, if Funky is over there telling this man Armon that don't trust Claudia, don't do this is how messy she is, this, that, and the third, and they sending this man Armon emails and dragging him across the world, all over the YouTube streets for something that's false. What do you think they were telling Al? But that's the thing. I will say this. I thought Al was the smartest. But if they were doing to Al what they were clearly doing to Armon, and Al bought it, then he's the dumbest. I'm just saying. Please find the lie. Claudia was the smartest one, I think, if now that I think about it. Because Funky left, because I'm sure if they were sending it to Armon and he just got there 5 seconds ago, they were sending it to Funky. But I will say this. This is the part I do disagree with. I don't disagree with Armon coming on here and telling his side of the story because everybody else has told their side, in my opinion, on some level, except Al, meaning out of his mouth. I will say this. I don't like it when people, like him and Funky DINEVA both said, well, you know, I make this much money a month just on my YouTube, just sitting here. I don't have to do that. I don't need that job. And that could be very true. Beyonce don't ever have to work ever another day in her life. That didn't stop her from deciding she wanted to do a cowboy. She decided she wanted to become a cowgirl. Why? Because even Beyonce said she's got $1 billion on the elevator and that's still going to work. So y'all sitting up here, I just don't get why you feel like it's the stunt mentality. I'm a stunt expert. I'm a stunt on you bitches. Please understand. Anytime I pull up, whatever I got on, I'm stunting on you bitches. Okay? But in my own way. But I'm saying I didn't like that from either of them. This I don't need Fox Soul and this, that, and that, but you signed a contract. I'm sure Beyonce doesn't need the Super Bowl and whomever else, but she signed a contract. Isn't Rihanna a now billionaire with her Savage Beauty and all that? Her ass went pregnant and all right on down to the Super Bowl. Now, I'm not saying they have that type of money, but they're getting on YouTube acting as if they're above it. No shade. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong because I know I'm not, so it won't really matter. But you can put in the comments that I'm wrong. I'm not. It doesn't matter how much money you have. If Whoopi Goldberg can sit up and get on The View every day, if we know Barbara Walters got up on The View every day, she had a whole news career. She was on there just because that was her job. She just wanted to do and have fun. And that's what this could have been for both of them. But they're too, listen, your ego is not your amigo. So to me, their egos have gotten in the way. To me. Because why do you need to say that? I feel like Armon needed to say it because he needed the girls, as they say, to know I'm unbothered by the money part. But to me, the people who really got the money don't need to talk about it. Y'all don't hear Bill Gates running around America talking about he a billionaire every 5 seconds. He doesn't need to say, listen, what's that guy's name? Steve Jobs. When Apple fired him, and be clear, he started Apple with the other guy. Okay? I think it was 2 or 3. I think it was 3 of them total, but the other guy, right? They fired him from his own company. And that can happen, even though people think it can't. It can. You have to have in your bylaws or your whatever it is, you have to have in there, I can never be fired for that to happen. Even if I'm incompetent, I'm whatever, I can't be fired. Y'all still gonna send me a check. But They fired that man from a job, from a company he created. I promise you, he still didn't go on some campaign talking about, well, I still made $100 million. He didn't do that. Why? He don't need to tell y'all he made $100 million. He don't. So to me, Funky DINEVA and and Armon and whomever saying that, it's lowbrow. It tells a story without telling a story. It basically says to the world, if I got to tell you how much money I have, I really don't have it. I would use $1 billion on the elevator by Beyonce, but I think she was using it for a different reason. I don't think she was using it to kind of leverage her how much money she has, because her success speaks for itself. She's been in the game for 20 years. There's no way she's broke. Not Beyonce. She got way too much. No, she's not. I think Beyonce was saying it's $1 billion on the elevator because she was trying to distract people from Solange beating the hell out of Jay-Z on the elevator. I think she felt what she was really saying is, I have too much to lose. That's why she's saying it's $1 billion on the elevator. Funky and Armon are not saying they have all this money from YouTube, from sitting right here, because they have too much to lose. They're saying it because they want everybody to know, I got money, I don't need that job. Beyonce is saying, I need my job. When she says it's $1 billion on the elevator, she's saying, I need this. Okay? So we not doing that in the public. I need this. And I ain't mad at her. She understands the assignment. And I'm not even a big Beyonce fan. I'm just using her as a analogy. But anyway, let's keep going.
They want to, let you talk so you can just hang yourself because she doesn't want you to get the job. That's how it came in for me. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna be cool. And I'm gonna show you the receipts. I'm gonna be cool. I'm like, yeah, it's no problem, whatever. I'm just do it because I need the Fox name. We're gonna get to the red carpets. It's gonna be that. Boom. I go to find out, ain't no budget. Ain't no red carpets. Ain't no access. We don't have no contacts.
Child.
Ain't no BT, ain't no NAACP awards, ain't no hip hop awards, ain't no Peacock, ain't no nothing. Then I go to find out, bitch, Al is paying for all of his shit to go with the mic flag, girl. You got to buy your own cameraman. You got to get your own press pass. You got to apply for all this shit on your own. So now they don't even have no access.
Stop it.
So now I'm taking a pay cut, and I don't even have access. They don't even have no connects. All right, cool. That's fine. I signed up. I'm going to finish it. It's cool. I'm going to finish it. It is what it is. We might get in studio. We on Zoom. But it's every day. But Claudia don't like me.
Sure. Shit
is weird. She liking posts. She doing interviews. I'm having to go off. Because I'm like, no one ever ushered me in. I never met the heads of nothing. They never even had a sign-on meeting with me and say, hey guys, welcome. Preach. This is the new host, Armon. I walked into immediately, Claudia don't like you. Here's a bunch of comments that she's posting, and that she's saying that you make her feel unsafe.
Child.
I'm like, what the fuck is this? Boom. I get a phone call from Al.
Woo.
How long you been cool with Claudia? I'm like, I don't really know. She's like, you see the shit she did? Don't trust her.
Ooh.
She's a manipulator. Don't answer her phone call. Don't text her. Keep it very short and do every phone call you have with her on Zoom because she's recording it all and she's trying to set you up, and Claudia will sue.
Told y'all. And I would too.
She's a Karen. Don't trust her. So Claudia's calling me. Bitch, you thought I picked up that phone? Absolutely not. Bitch, I'm not about to trust you. I don't know what's going on. Bitch, I just walked in here and I'm getting emails. So, yeah. and because you bitches like receipts.
Child.
I'm going to show you the emails that I was getting in February.
Oh my goodness.
Before I even got the job. Hold on. That's the big one. That's the big one right there. We're going to get to that. I keep teasing that one. That's the big one. Let me see this one. What is here? We on 7? Hold on. So look. Boom. So this is the email. Somebody anonymously sends me this on Twitter. They can't find a host. Now they're scrambling, right? Boom. Here it is. They really loving you over at Fox All. They saying you're the best co-host. How do you know? Claudia said to producers, you make her feel unsafe. While you were talking, she said she was chatting with producers saying to them not to give you any cues to stop talking, stating, let him keep talking. He's going to hang himself.
Oh.
So, bitch, this is what I walk into. This is what I walk into, making 3 times less than everybody. Mind you, everybody else is making $250,000. I'm making $70K. Doing the same amount of work. I don't even walk into a greet. I walk into an
Sure. They play too much.
Hold on. This is non-dairy? How is this so?
Somebody don't like you. You got to get the fuck on.
It's so messy.
And I still sit there and I smile.
It's so stupid messy too.
I come dressed.
Listen, and you know what? This is the thing that was always interesting to me when I did watch Fox Soul. Claudia would constantly say, I won't say constantly, she said it enough to where I noticed she and Al were friends outside of the show. And I always thought, I just never paired them together to be friends. Never. If she would not have said it, I would have never in a million years thought, oh, they're friends. I wouldn't think none of them would be friends because they're so different. Although I think Funky DINEVA is funny and he has a very funny, quick-witted spirit like about him, he's just not a guy I would want to be around. Because like I said, you can't trust them. That's just my opinion about it. I feel like if I knew Claudia in real life, we would be friends. She just seems like I don't get why people hate her. I personally don't get it. I don't get the beef. I don't understand it. Anyway. And Al, I don't know about Al. Al, he seems like he's the corporate one. But the fact that if what WIGGINS is saying is true and accurate, if that was really going on and he was basically telling ARMON, or if Funky was telling ARMON all these things about Claudia, see, and then that's another reason why I think people just don't like Claudia. It's this type of shit. It's this man shows up first day at work, and instead of saying, hey team, let's have a team meeting, a team Zoom, anything, have not made $250,000, meaning I have not made $250,000 as an offer at a job, but I make what I make on my own. But what I'm saying is I've never signed a contract for that. So what I don't understand is my jobs aren't gonna be, I'm not gonna be visible to a million people or whatever the case may be. So it's kind of like, I understand it on some level, but it's so much smaller because I'm not going to be visible to 2 million or 6 million, however, whatever their numbers were. That isn't going to happen. So if my job that doesn't have me visible in front of 200 million people or whatever Fox Soul was doing, 2 million, 3 million, 5 million, whatever it was that they were bringing in, why would my job have a welcome party? I've had jobs where there's not only a welcome party, they have flowers there waiting for you, balloons, gift cards, like all kinds. They are happy to have you there. Okay, they want you to know. They want you to know we want you here, Miss Ma'am. Okay, so, and that's multiple jobs that I've had over my 20 years of work outside of working in high school and stuff like that. When you're a professional, that's how it's done. There's a welcome email going around everybody in the whole company. Hey, welcome aboard, Chanel. Right? That's how it's done. I understand what ARMON means by like, what do you mean? I didn't get a welcome and everybody not introducing me, because that's how it's done in corporate America. They introduce you to the team. If they've taken time out of their life and out of their budget, because believe, if you're working for corporate America with the corporate Americans, it's a cost associated with hiring. There's a cost associated with recidivism. I'm saying it too fast. It's with the V. Recidivism. I'm saying it wrong, but y'all know what I mean. I'll say it like this. There's a cost associated with attrition, meaning there's a cost associated with hiring people, onboarding those people, And then whatever money it is you're putting into training those people, and then they leave. The they leave part is the attrition. And if it's high, you should run. Just saying. I don't understand how this company couldn't keep 3 people. It makes no sense. I don't understand how, if y'all have enough money to pay $1.5 million for 3 people. I'm not talking about Armon. I'm talking about Funky, Claudia, and Al. So y'all have $1.5 million to shell out to these people. I'm sorry, not $1.5 million. Is it $1.5 million? $1,250,000. No, 200 is 500,000. Okay, so I have it wrong. So 500,000 plus 250,000, like I guess 750 or 800,000, whatever it is. It's a large number, almost $1 million. You have to shell out between 3 employees, but y'all can't send a welcome email. Just make it make sense. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand. Alexa, what's 250,000 times 3?
250,000 times 3 is 750,000.
Okay. So y'all got almost $1 million, $1 million to shell out for these people. And I don't believe for a second that Armon is the reason that Fox Soul got closed down. My rule of thumb is if it doesn't add up, there's a lie somewhere. Somebody lying. I don't think it's Armon. Let's just see if he produces any more receipts, and then I'm gonna get off of here. I've been on here an hour.
I come happy every fucking day.
Woo.
So, boom, that's going on. Trying to make it through. Time is going by. Me and Claudia start talking. We getting cool. I'm like, all right, cool. We working it out. Then shit start getting weird. Joyce called me. No. Then I get my segment, the music segment. Now, mind you, the fans is going crazy because now Al is calling me boy, son, boy on my ass, telling me that the play is we're gonna do this because Claudia is trying to sit down on the shows, and so I have to drag you. I'm like, all right, whatever, we cool, whatever. Joyce, you're not letting Al talk. You gotta, every time I will wear some, why are you wearing a hat? Why are you wearing a jacket? What's going on with your clothes? Nitpicking every fucking thing I did. I'm like, oh my God, she's now picking on me. And Al started to get quiet. Mind you, Al used to talk to me every day. I'm like, something is happening here. There's a shift here. The people started getting adjusted to me because the women didn't like me at first. Because of Claudia, but me and Claudia warmed up. The women started liking me. The people start not liking Al. Okay? Remember. Here we go. These are the receipts.
The receipts are receipting, honey.
Sometimes she gave weird vibes towards her mom, but to me, the chemistry seems to be changing. It's funny. The first comment I see, I was headed to say Al seems out of whack these past weeks, and Armon and Claudia are vibing and disagreeing well. You see that? But boom. Because, look, and this is AI generated. Look at the AI. This was the comment. People are talking about how the show and how Al is acting different. Some people think he's jealous of Armon, while others think he's just having a bad day. AI. Look, this was Al's energy all of a sudden. Al needs to quit already. He's sitting there looking unhappy. He hates Armon and not sure what happened, but they need to sort it out.
I hate him.
Look, Al should be more professional. Yes, you don't like Armon anymore, but you are spoiling the experience for the viewers. And if you don't want to be there, then quit. I'm tired of these celebrities saying, so it was a slew of these comments. I mean, I have hundreds of them. He acts envious of Armon. Hell, he shakes his head or calls him names like boy. Maybe that has something to do with it. I think Al feels a bit left out. It seems like Claudia and Armon get along very well, and Al doesn't seem to be involved like that. You see? So boom.
Sure.
That started.
Okay. Like I said, I'm not going to play this man's whole video on my video, but you get the gist of it. I mean, I don't trust Funky, and I never really, he wasn't really my cup of tea anyways, ever really. But I did listen to him and his video with Carlos King, and it at the time it did seem believable. But now, I mean, Armand is over here with his receipts receipting. So I'm listening, and I honestly think I watched Claudia's video too, and I don't think Claudia's lying. I just don't. But I do think that Claudia was holding back. I do. Because I still do think for whatever reason, she wants to protect it. And I think maybe she wanted to protect it because the people, I don't know why they have it out for her. It's so many people I'll see in people's chats, and they just, I hate her. It's all her fault. And I'm like, how y'all know though? You don't like her, but it's all her fault. But how you know? You're biased. Stop it. And the reason I know that, and I could be biased, but I'm not being biased. I never really liked Funky DINEVA. I wouldn't be a person to be like, so like for instance, if I saw someone that I like, or I saw another content creator on another content creator show. So we'll use Kempire or Mims. We'll use Make It Make Sense. A lot of people know him, right? If I didn't like Make It Make Sense, let's say hypothetically, and I like him, I'm not going to go on someone else's show and bash him. I'm just not going to do that. And I feel like even if I didn't like him, I'm not going to disagree with him just to be disagreeable because I don't like him, because I'm biased. I can be objective, is my point. And I don't think Funky was being objective. I think what Armand is saying is true. I think Funky didn't like that man. And also he didn't like Claudia. Otherwise, why are you telling him anything about Claudia? Because let's be clear. You didn't come out and say Claudia was lying on you when she got on your friend's couch, Carlos King's chair, and said, I started this shit. She didn't say it like that. I'm saying it like that. But basically that's what she said. She said she met I think she met Funky DINEVA at Cynthia Bailey's. I feel like she met him at Cynthia Bailey's wedding or something like that. And she liked him and whatever else. And then she was just basically like, I have this show that I'm doing. I want to know, blah, blah, blah. So Funky didn't come out and say she lying about that. So she started it. So I'm going to need you to put some respect on her name. And I'm not saying that he needs to be out here cheerleading for her 100%. What I am saying is don't then go to your person that he's taking your spot and try to poison him against her if she gave you your spot. Doesn't matter that you making $50,000 a month or whatever it is you say you making on YouTube. That doesn't matter because you still took this job, sis. So don't be dismissive of the job now because you're not over there doing the job anymore because someone's taking your place. It's evil to say, you know what, I backed away from the job for other reasons and then try to poison this man against this lady. And I think he's mad at Armand because Armand figured out his plan. Armand said, listen, I was born at night, but not last night, bitch. And I'm happy that he has a brain. I do believe that there is a good amount of people who watch drag YouTube, which is they just watch channels, or a good majority of the channels they watch is 100% one-sided and ultra biased. And I think Funky DINEVA is one of those type of channels, personally. That's why I don't watch him. I watched him today because I was just like, before I knew all of this stuff with Armand, I said, let me just see. Maybe I'm being just biased, right? Because one of the other things that make sense, they don't his channel. He's like, I've been following him for like 14 years or something like that. I don't know how he is. Because Make It Make Sense is an intelligent person from what I can tell. I don't know how you can consume ignorance constantly. I don't know, but maybe, you know, maybe he can compartmentalize it. I can't. If you dumb to me, I'm not gonna be able to hang out with you. Just say. If you're any type of way that a person I wouldn't want in my face, I ain't gonna be able to listen to you all day long. Just not who I am. But what I would not do is if Funky Dineva left, if Funky Dineva brought me onto the show, he took me from YouTube land and put me on a bigger platform, even though his platform was big, right? And put me on a bigger platform. And then when I get ready to leave because the network doesn't want to give me what I want, then I'm going to go and tell the new person that's coming on things to sabotage the person that got me here. Snake vibes. That's what that is. That's snake vibes. That is Luann de Lesseps vibes, in my opinion. It just is what it is. I listen. I can't put no respect on his name ever again now that I know exactly who you are. I already felt you were a certain way, but now you proved it. If what Armon is saying is true. And it looks like unless he made his own receipts, his receipts are receding at this point. So listen, Armon, if you out there, Mr. Wiggins, please make a t-shirt. I'll buy it. I wanted to say Chanel is Team Armon. Hell, I might make my own t-shirt while I'm at it. Anyway, guys, if you like the content you're consuming, please hit that like button and please subscribe to my channel and share my videos, hit the notifications button, hit all the buttons, and go check out Mr. Wiggins' channel. I'm going to be checking him out. I'm going to finish watching this video, and I will see y'all later. Have a good one. Bye. Thanks for tuning in to Chanel's Reality. Bye, guys.